Hi everybody, this video is on the new moon in Leo that happens on the 1st of August 2019 at 11 minutes past 3 Greenwich Mean Time, UK time, and I'm going to give you a rundown of what the new moon means, how you can use this to kind of plant seeds of intention, and what the new moon is all about. So first things first, the very basics of a new moon. A new moon is when the moon and the sun conjunct each other. They're both sitting together at 8 degrees and the moon is pitch black. It's the time of the month when the moon recharges its batteries, it pulls energy from the sun, and the sun is in a very happy place at the moment. It's in the sign that it rules, Leo. So the moon absorbs loads and loads of Leo energy. And Leo energy is happy, confident, pioneering. It gives you leadership qualities. It makes you confident. It actually gives you the power and the joy to be in the spotlight and to enjoy attention and to have fun and to have a sense of humor and even to tap into a sense of silliness. And Leo energy is about having fun with children and enjoying yourself and getting in touch with your inner child and being happy. On the negative side of Leo, which is when there's too much of the energy, is that potentially you can get a little bit aggressive or angry, or you can feel defensive if someone's attacking you and you really kind of launch into a defense that's a little bit over the top. But overall, Leo is really one of the most positive energies, and a new moon in Leo pulling in all of this fiery, optimistic, joyous energy is something that's really a positive event overall. So the sun and the moon sit there together and they're flanked by Mars and Venus sitting on either side of the new moon. You can see Venus is 4 degrees away, so that counts as a conjunction, and Venus is at 4 degrees in Leo. So Venus is Aphrodite, the planet of love and beauty. 4 degrees is stability and security and structure, and Leo is about fire and passion and really feeling chemistry and sparks with a romantic partner. So a new moon is a time to kind of reflect, and the moon is recharging itself, and so are you. So what you can do during these periods is say, what am I going to look for and plan for in the next 30 days while the moon is going through this cycle, which is powered by Leo. With the conjunction with Venus, a good idea would be to say, I want to find a love in my life that is stable, that's secure, that's full of passion and chemistry and butterflies in the stomach, and that's a romance and a love that is permanent and long-term. So in August 2019, I want to find my soulmate. So any of you guys out there who are single, guys and gals, I mean, when I say guys, I just mean everybody. So if any of you are single and you're looking for that soulmate, plant the seed of intention during the new moon on the 1st and say, I am ready to meet the love of my life. If you're already in a relationship and you want to add some spice to it, then set that intention and say, I want this relationship really to work, and it's kind of lacking in the sex department, so let's find ways of, having more intimacy and getting closer, or being able to communicate more effectively, or universe show us a shared interest. Like he's really into his technology and his IT operating systems, and he shows them to me, and I'm just like, I don't care about the latest iOS update, but yes, honey, that's really interesting. Universe, please give us something where, we can get excited about it together. Like maybe we both actually like sightseeing and we go sightseeing together because it's fun for both of us, and then we can be happy rather than faking it and saying, oh yeah, great, I'm really looking forward to that software update as well. Mars is next to the new moon as well, but it's 11 degrees away, and that doesn't count as a conjunction anymore, okay? When something is, it's called an orb, so when something is 10 degrees away from another heavenly body, like a luminary like the sun or the moon, or a planet like Mars and Venus, when it's 10 degrees away, it still counts as a conjunction. When it's 11 degrees away, it doesn't. So Mars is sitting close by. Mars is the male principle of drive and desire and masculinity. And at 19 degrees, 1 and 9 is 10. That reduces to 1 in numerology. And 1 in numerology is like Aries in astrology. It's like me first, I'm the boss, I'm the leader, I'm in charge. And Mars at 1 degree in Leo is a bit much. It's like, I am the boss, no one contradict me, me first, I rule, I motivate others, I'm in charge, we say what I do, and let's get on my schedule, please. So it's a good thing that it's just out of the conjunction range, because Mars would make this a little bit too much. It would make it a little bit aggressive and overly, there would be the potential to throw temper tantrums and to be bossy and to really use this energy to kind of put yourself first all the time. Whereas what we've got here with the sun, the moon, and Venus conjuncting, we've got a really nice combo of what do I love, what really makes me feel beautiful, and what creates these sparks of energy to flow between me and this other person. What creative ideas are kind of bubbling up, and how can I create something beautiful in the world? Like, how can I express my feelings through dance or art or music, or how can I be creative and really charge myself up and be in the limelight and create something beautiful. So it's more about, yeah, it's like Kim Kardashian, you know, it's like you're actually in the spotlight for doing something, for being for having a talent. Like, you're in the spotlight because you're a beautiful dancer and everyone's watching you and they're enthralled by it, and it's like, oh, beautiful. If Mars had been conjunct, it would be like, you guys need to look at me because I'm me. It's like being famous for nothing. It's just like being famous for the sake of being famous. And if Mars had been part of this, it would have been like, I'm the boss, even though I haven't proved myself to any of you, even though you don't know who I am. I am the one who tells you what to do now, and everyone would be feeling that way, and there'd be a lot of conflict. Like, everyone would be like, you know, butting heads all the time. So it's a good thing that Mars has just missed this by 1 degree, because we get a time here during this new moon. And the moon, you know, this doesn't just happen at 11 minutes past 3 in the morning, ding, like that 1 minute and it's over. The moon builds up to this on the 31st of July, then this happens on the 1st of August, the energy kind of lasts until the 2nd of August, and it's pulling this energy in. It fuels you up for the next 30 days, but specifically during this 3-day period, you're able to appreciate the beauty in other people and in yourself, and you have the confidence to actually express that beauty to the world, to the masses. So the new moon forms several relationships with other things in the chart. It squares Uranus in Taurus, so there may be this sense of, oh, something's gonna go wrong. I have to use this opportunity because it's not forever. And that's actually good because it puts you in a position where you realize that times are good now. I think I should celebrate and enjoy them because I'm not guaranteed to always have a lovely good time. Things could go awry and I might be in deep trouble and have to deal with really serious, nasty situations or circumstances. So I'm aware that chaos is a potential situation, but it's not touching me at the moment. I can just kind of feel it on the periphery. So don't let that take away from your joy and your sense of wonder. Let it infuse you with even more appreciation and gratitude, because you realize on a subconscious, semi-conscious level that it can all be taken away from you like that. That's why we need to make the most of every day. It's a good reminder, I think, because a lot of us take the good things in our lives for granted. It creates, the moon, the new moon creates a trine with Chiron at 5 degrees in Aries. So by being in the spotlights, by doing what it is you love, you're able to heal a wound, an emotional wound within you that has kept you from being free. That's stifled you, that's made you feel less than, that's reduced your confidence levels, that's made you feel like, I'm not good enough. I'm not enough. Let someone else do it because I'm just not enough. Okay? And you can prove to yourself that you are more than enough. You're not just adequate, you're exemplary, you're marvelous, you're wondrous. So if you give yourself the opportunity to present or to sing or to paint or to be a host, to throw a party and to be an amazing host and to give a fabulous, fun speech at dinner, you prove to yourself that you are enough, you are fun, you can charm other people, you do have a sense of humor, you have a sense of silliness, you're able to enjoy yourself, you haven't lost the access to the inner child, and you're a lovely, positive human being who's here to have a good time and who doesn't have this awful agenda all the time to be first and to beat other people and to compete and all of that stuff. So this is a time to shine and to be authentic. You also don't compare yourself with other people. You're focused on what beauty lies within and how can I make that blossom. So you're not saying, look at her, she's gorgeous and I'm just nothing. Never compare yourself with other people. I know it's easily said, but don't, because what you're doing is you're comparing your insides with other people's outsides. So when I see a couple in their convertible Porsche driving down the main parade here, I just think, oh my God, look at that couple. They've got everything. They're in love. They're both beautiful. They're young. They have loads of money, they're by the ocean, but they're by the sea. And I'm comparing myself and the way I feel with an illusion. They may despise each other. They may be on their way to divorce court. And they may be filing bankruptcy because they can't make those Porsche payments. And they may just be dropping it off because it's being repossessed. I don't know. So comparing yourself is a pointless exercise because your insides, you know how you feel, but when you just compare yourself with the way other people look, it's not a valid comparison because you can't go, you're not a mind reader. I'm just looking closely at the chart, so just excuse me for a moment. Yeah, it doesn't form a relationship with Neptune. It does form a quincunx with Black Moon Lilith, which is at 9 degrees in Pisces. So if you don't have any kind of connection with yourself, or you're prone to really disconnect from yourself, the ego might win here and ruin the day for you by saying, you don't have an inner child. You've outgrown that. You're an adult now. You're 50 years old. You don't need to dance. You don't need to sing. You don't need to be creative and fun and have a good time. You don't need to connect with a higher power. You need to just get real, realize that you have high cholesterol, pay your bills, sit there. You don't get to dance because men don't dance. Put a smile on your face to make other people happy, and just stay in your miserable self. So if the ego has got you like that, it can even really sabotage this new moon potential of pulling positive, wonderful energy in, because it's got you to a place where you've believed all the bullshit of the world, that the stuff that I just said. You're a man, you're not allowed to have feelings, you're supposed to be responsible, blah, 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 you don't deserve anything, blah, blah, blah. It's at 9 degrees in Pisces, so the way to diffuse and to sabotage the saboteur, the ego, to kind of turn the volume down on the ego, because it's at 9 degrees, is to connect with your higher self, to meditate, to say, okay, universe, I don't have a lot of practice. Let's say I am a 50-year-old man, I'm the CEO of a company, and I don't believe my feelings matter, okay? That's how I've been brought up. My father said boys don't cry, and I'm not allowed to feel feelings and show emotion. On this day, I just say, okay, universe, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm up to. I've been socially trained in this way. I am willing to rediscover my inner child. I am willing to have a connection with something bigger, unseen, something mysterious and miraculous that may be out there. I don't know if it's out there, but I'm willing to connect to it. If you show willingness, you will nullify the ego, and you will benefit from this Leo energy being pulled into your system, and you will find the joy to connect with your inner child. You'll be able to see that 5-year-old. He'll be happy that you're back. He'll come running up. You can catch him in your arms and you can just say, I'm back. We're back. I can behave whatever way I want. I'm not a social construct. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and just because I wear a tie and a suit to work every day does not make me a suit. I'm a person. So the ego has a role in this, because the bigger the opportunity for growth, the more risky it is for the ego, because the more and more we grow, the more chances we have to nullify the ego and to outgrow it and to really maximize our potential, and the ego obviously doesn't want that. So the ego is trying to throw a spanner in the works here today, so that you don't feel the love, that you don't feel the joy, and all you got to do is be willing to communicate with the higher realms to make sure that the ego doesn't mess it up for you. The new moon also forms a trine with Ceres at 1 degrees in Sagittarius. So Ceres is the planet of abundance and prosperity. It's like a cornucopia of wealth. So when you let the fiery energy in and you decide to have fun and to go on an adventure today and to do something new and to go exploring, you're going to experience and bump into all sorts of abundance and wealth that you can possibly imagine. Financial opportunities to make yourself richer, opportunities for love and romance, opportunities to feel beautiful and to find a dress, a summer dress that makes you feel gorgeous. You just pick it up in a shop and it fits you like a glove and you just feel gorgeous, and you skip out of the store and you just feel amazing. Or the same for a guy, you find something that makes you look amazing and you just feel good in yourself. You go somewhere, you go sightseeing somewhere, like you go to Beachy Head here and you see the lighthouse and it just fills you with a sense of wonder, and you look around and there she is, just hair blowing in the breeze. You make eye contact and you know You open your arms and you run towards each other, and the music plays and you hug, and you're like, it's a dream. But sometimes dreams and these fictional, silly sounding romances and things come true. There is such a thing as love at first sight. Sometimes people see each other from across the room and they know that they're going to marry that person. It happens. Or you shake someone's hand and you're like, I know you from a past lifetime. These things happen. If I were a 50-year-old suit who wasn't allowed to have feelings, I wouldn't be saying this to you. But thank goodness I'm not a suit. You know, I do have feelings and I have experienced these things myself. The shame is when I've seen the other person across the room and I've said, this is the person I'm going to marry. The shame is that they haven't felt the same way. So there are situations where both parties do feel the same way. And yes, there is love at first sight, and it's mutual, it's reciprocated. Oh my goodness. And that is it. That's the relationships the new moon forms with other things in the chart. We've also got Mercury in the North Node in Cancer in sitting next to each other. So there's a sense of be willing to communicate with the higher realms. That's going to make things really easy for you, and that's going to let that inner fire in. It gives you the potential to look at your circumstances and to make changes which are positive for you. And there's a lot of there's the potential to make structural changes to your life which have a positive effect. And there's also this kind of universal message that if you don't take the day for granted with Uranus there, and you realize that this is a one-time opportunity, and you realize that it's up to you to go exploring and to engage with the world and other people and be willing to meet new people and all of that, that you'll have the freedom to enjoy yourself and to meet people, and that good luck is on your side, and that by allowing yourself to be in the limelight and by allowing yourself to be seen, you will make new connections. You are able to realize hopes and dreams, and you're able to heal wounds from the past and current negative thoughts that prevent you from reaching your true potential. So let the Leo energy in, let it recharge you, and then set intentions for what you're going to achieve this month. I'm going to find the soulmate. I'm going to find a way of being a leader and being a public speaker and inspiring people. I'm going to find a way of transforming my finances so that they benefit me. I'm going to find an opportunity to live somewhere that is like paradise to me, and I'm going to plant that seed of intention, and I'm going to see what happens during the month, because anything and everything is possible for me as long as I feel it and as long as I can visualize it and put it out there in the universe. The sky's the limit. Okay, so watch the monthly horoscopes for your specific sun sign, and also for your rising sign, sun sign first, then the rising sign, and see what houses this new moon occurs in. So for your sun sign, if it happens in your 7th house, then all this wonderful Leo energy and confidence is pulled into your relationship sector, and you're going to, the best thing to focus on is creating these wonderful relationships. If it's in your 2nd house, then the potential to create financial freedom and financial abundance is going to hit you especially hard. So make that a priority. So look at the one for your sun sign first. So if you're a sun sign Aquarius and a rising sign Pisces, then watch the Aquarius video first and then the Pisces video second. Now this month we've got a full moon on the 15th, I think. Yes, on the 15th. But the important thing about this month, August, is that we have 2 new moons. We have a another new moon at the end of the month, which is a black moon, and I'll make a separate video on that as well. Having 2 new moons in a month is special because they allow you to manifest things more easily, and the dreams and the desires that you have, they're much more likely to become realized because there's this magic behind them. So the first one is this one here in Leo, and the second one is on the 30th of August, and that's a black moon in, I think it's Capricorn. I have to double check. I've mentioned what sign it's in the monthly videos, so you can look at that, and also look at what house the second new moon of the month falls in for your sign specifically, and what house the full moon falls in for your sign specifically, because that's where all of these opportunities to manifest and to wave the magic wand and to create land for you specifically, and where you can receive the amazing energy of the full moon and just enjoy and receive the goods that are coming in free of charge, and what area of your life that arrives in. So check out the monthlies. Have a wonderful start to August. Also on this day, on the 1st of August, Mercury, the communication planet, goes direct. So communication is going to be much less complicated. Transportation, IT issues are going to be a thing of the past, so that you don't have to worry about those anymore. Things are going to calm down and you're going to be able to think much more clearly. And it's really not as complicated, and you get to have a much more positive, good time, especially if you make the most of this new moon in August. Yeah, new moon in Leo on the 1st of August, because if you plant these Leo fiery seeds of intention, then you can have a whole month filled with Leo energy. And Leo energy is really one of the most positive energies. We all strive towards being carefree and having fun and being in the limelight and enjoying our company with other people and telling jokes and being able to go wherever we want. You know, those are all aspirational things that we want, and they're fun. So use this to make sure that you, or intend to have the most fun possible. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. I combine all 3. I'm an intuitive astrologer and tarot reader. So what that means is I'm a quadruple earth sign. I read these symbols, and by reading these symbols, I get messages from spirit that add to what I'm looking at. And I listen to those messages and I pass them on to you in my readings. I can answer any questions you may have, because to draw up your chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. Okay? If you don't have the time of birth, then order a rectification with me, because that's a process where I can work out your time of birth. And once I have those 3 things, I can draw up your birth chart. It's a blueprint of your soul. It shows me everything about you, what's destined for you in vocation, and what your working life talents are, what your life purpose is, where you've been in past lifetimes, what's destined for you in love and romance, and how you can change your destiny in those areas, what's coming up for you in future, or what energies are likely to be there in future and how you can make the most of them, and how you can work with the energy rather than against it, where the best place is for you to live, whether he or she is a good addition in your life or not. I can answer any question you can think of. Like, why do I keep seeing a red hand when I close my eyes? Anything. As random as you want. Have a wonderful time here during this new moon. Please hit the subscribe button on the channel so that you're notified of new videos coming out. I make daily tarot readings, weekly horoscopes, monthly horoscopes for each sign of the zodiac. These new moon and full moon videos, so there's loads to watch and see. So if you do like any of the videos, then hit subscribe. so you're notified. And also, if you're feeling generous, then please share my videos online so that other people get to see them. That would be ever so lovely and kind of you. Mwah. Big kisses. Have a wonderful time here. Have a great start to this fabulous month of August. And I'll speak to you soon.